What's going on? How y'all doing? I am so excited to stop for a moment and chat with you guys. This right here is a what I call a game changer. So please put me on pause, get some paper, and take some notes. All right? Put me on pause, get some paper, and take some notes. This is really, really important. Now, first of all, I just want to say this. All of us know how to drive a car, right? You know how to drive, right? You've been driving all your life, haven't you? I mean, you've been driving so long, you don't even know that you drive anymore. Like, you get in the car, you go to your destination, it's effortless, right? Sometimes you even ask yourself, like, how did I get here, right? It's because of that subconscious. We literally are running on what I call AutoPilot. Please write this word down. We are literally running on AutoPilot. 95% of the time, we are on AutoPilot. Only 5% of the day, we actually use our conscious mind and think about anything. Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. Autopilot, that's when you drive to work, get to work, don't have to think about which way you're going. You don't have to think about putting it in drive, turning on your signal. You don't have to think about whooping the kids in the back for being bad. You don't have to think about it. You can hold a conversation. You can play with the radio. You can drive. You don't have to think about putting your foot on the gas. You don't have to think about hitting the brakes. You just do this stuff. It's autopilot. You've done it so long, you get it now, right? Let's go back though. Do you remember that day when you wanted to get a driver's license and you wanted to drive your own car? It was when you were excited and you just couldn't wait. And that day finally came and they put you in the car and you were driving. And I'm telling you, you were paying attention to everything. You had your hands on the wheel. You had to stop and think about turning on the radio. You had to think about the signal. You had to think about putting your foot on the gas. You had to think about putting your foot on the brake. You had to think about everything. It was challenging. You were super uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you, it was frustrating for you. But then eventually, you didn't have to do that anymore. It started to become natural. You got turned on the autopilot. Yeah. Problem with autopilot, it's a word called robotic. When you do something over and over again, you don't have to think about it anymore. You turn into a robot. Yeah. And when you're a robot, you're not engaged. Nobody likes that. Right? Not only does it make you less attractive, but it also keeps you in a comfort zone and it doesn't challenge you to grow. Now, everybody's autopilot is different. There are some people who are on autopilot and their autopilot is better than your autopilot. But it's not about comparing yourself to other people. It's about comparing yourself to you. You know how great you're supposed to be. And if you're on autopilot, you've stopped growing. So I'm going to challenge every person who sees this video. Think about your life. Are you on autopilot? Are you just going through the day on autopilot? If you are, you're missing out on the greatest thing in life, and that's reaching your ultimate success, your ultimate destiny. Please think about this for a minute. Autopilot. All right, come off of that. Consciously think about it. I'm going to give you an exercise, and I want you to try this for this full week, for the next 7 days, and I'm telling you, it's going to be challenging. I want you to drive to work a different way every single day, a way you've never been, a way that you don't even know. Do it for the next 7 days. All right. If you end up late, that's your fault. You shouldn't be late because if you try to drive a different way intentionally, you're going to have to think and plan it out. All right. So remember this, and I'm going to close you out. Our subconscious, all it tries to do is make life easy for us. And it's a good thing because it's protecting us during that same time, but it's also making us lazy. Our conscious mind is where we have to analyze, think, and plan. And it's also our short-term memory. So you have to really literally sit down and plan out your days, Plan out your weeks. Make yourself do more. And I had to live my own reality. I said I was going to get up early one morning because I had something I wanted to do. And then the alarm went off at like 4:30 a.m. and I wanted to hit snooze button. That was my autopilot. Like, you don't need to get up. It's 4:30. You don't normally get up at 4:30. You normally get up at 5. So I had to literally 5-step myself. I had to 5-step my conscience to make me get out of bed. I had to literally impulse myself to make myself get up. I was like, wait a minute. I do need to get up at 4:30. You know why I need to get up at 4:30? Because if I don't get up at 4:30, I'm going to lose the couple of hours that I needed to get some things done because I'm intending to be at a place I've never been before. Now, I'm getting up early because I'm trying to do something different. Now, if I don't do something different, I'm going to be just that old same guy. And if you keep getting the same results, it's because you keep doing the same things. But the problem is we don't know it. We're on autopilot. So we're creating unintentional recipes. We're creating unintentional recipes and we're living off those recipes. You have to create intentional recipes. Come off autopilot. Get off of it now. Why don't you use a hashtag? I'm not on autopilot. Hashtag I'm not on autopilot. Hey, hit me up, AntonioJohnson@yahoo.com. I want to hear from you on this one. This is a game changer.